So to start our first round of questions, we'll start with risk lens and settle it. My question is to Maxime first. What kind of decision do your customers hope to make or approve by using better risk management capabilities and cyber risk quantification?
So basically now you are all experts or at least familiar with the FAM methodology, hopefully, after today. So you probably see what decisions you can improve and get through cyber risk quantification. So let me give you an example, maybe. We work with a large, so we are a French company and we work with a large international French company which has over 40 specific subsidiaries in different business sectors, different geographical locations. Actually, they are managing the food services in Queen Alia Airport in Jordan. And this company needed to get an aggregated view of the cyber maturity levels of all these subsidiaries on a given framework. And they also needed to understand the financial exposure to be able to get optimized decision and defend them to their board, their executive committee. So we've been helping them for the last 2 years. Basically, they take all the security decision and investments through our software platform, through Citadel. And the beauty of it is that we have adapted both the algorithm and data that we use to produce the first quantification and make them react and refine these results through specific cyber threat intelligence feeds. So the example is, for example, for Jordan, you may have I don't know if some of you are familiar with it, but for example, APT-34, which is a specific threat actor targeting Georgian interests, that might pop up in the analysis for the Jordan airport, for example. That will be simulated, confronted to the specific defense maturity level of the Jordan subsidiary. And then the specific financial losses will also be simulated through our business database and the specific business context of the subsidiary. So they've been doing that for 3 years, and we have adapted both the context and the algorithm.
I think that what we see from customers is we can typically categorize the type of decision making in 3 main buckets. Oftentimes, companies start with the strategic risks because they probably get a request from the boss or the board, the CEO or the regulator about what is your loss, what are your material loss exposures. So they want to understand the top risks. Oftentimes also they want to group them into aggregates like departmental risk, geographical risk, and scenarios, or understand what is the risk I can assume if I'm buying into the company, so M&A risk, etc. So I would put these all under this topic of strategic risks. A second, once they do that, and have a baseline of risk, they usually go to the next level, which is decision support for internal prioritization. And basically this is where they want to ask themselves, what controls are most effective in driving risk down on these big buckets they've identified? And so what should I prioritize? Or if I'm moving to the cloud, what are the controls that help me, better manage that environment? And so I would put it there under the bucket of operational optimization. And third one, I'll call it more tactical decision making. This is the small decisions, the small findings that come across your table, many of you, which is like findings from audit, or findings from the Security Operations Center, or small questions from the board, how much risk we have with ransomware, as an example. And so typically the companies start with strategic decision, and reporting. They move that prioritization decision, and then sorting out the day-to-day findings to see are they big things or are they small things that we need to do.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Moving to Kaspersky and Fortinet, starting with Mr. Rashid. What kind of challenges do your organization face dealing with customers, and how adopting cyber risk quantification might help you?
As a cybersecurity company, we face challenges committing to the customers, or talking to the customers about the cyber risks and the threats. Some customers may not understand the impact of solutions. Adapting cyber risk quantification help us to address these challenges by informing the customers about the potential cyber risks and threats they face and the potential financial impact of cyber attacks. By quantifying the risks, we can help the customers make priorities about their cybersecurity investments and help them also actually help them to make priority for their investments in cybersecurity according to their specific risk profile and business needs. Of course, also we can help to make better decisions to mitigate cyber threats. Also, it can help Kaspersky to demonstrate the value of its products and services to the customers by showing the potential cost saving, showing them the potential cost saving, showing, that is what I mean in terms of when you combine it all together, it shows the value of the company and how we can get back to the business.
Every day we have a new challenge when it comes to securing networks. And as a cybersecurity innovator, we study the market, and we can see that the most common trend today is adopting digital transformation. Everything is going online. And when we talk about digital transformation, we really talk about new edges being here and there. Today, the network is not like before. When I started my career, in order to secure a network, it was enough to install maybe a layer 3 or layer 4 firewall, monitoring connections, and that's it. Today, the whole world has changed. Today, we allow people to connect their IoT devices and BYOD devices to the corporate LAN. Today, we allow our internal assets to go outside to the cloud, and we're not sure about the security of these new borders. So the definition of the border today, has completely changed. And therefore, when we talk about securing a network, it's more or less like an insurance policy. Today, you pay for your insurance, for the car insurance, but you're not sure whether you're going to have an accident. Similarly, you will invest a lot in security, but that investment will bring its value only if the breach happens. And as somebody was saying, there are two types of companies. Companies that have been breached, and companies, they don't know that they have been breached. This is another challenge. Another challenge is the new trend, working from home, or working from anywhere. Today I need to be a mobile person. I need to go anywhere. I live in Kuwait, but when I leave my office in Kuwait, I should have the full privilege with full security, as the corporate policy says, on my machine. Similarly, the complexity of the attack has evolved a lot in the past 10 years. 10 years ago, it was more or less like we have an insider threat. We have somebody infiltrating, something exfiltrating. But today, the attacks are getting more and more complex. For example, ransomware, crypto mining, cryptojacking, using your computer resources just to do crypto mining. This is just an example. We have different categories. We have over 20 different families of attacks. Today, just like hacker thinks how to penetrate a network, you, as a cybersecurity expert, you should think, how can I secure my network? And the best way to do it is to have the mindset of the hacker, just like how you protect your home. When you protect your home, you think, how can a robber come to my home? Okay, we will secure the lock, we will secure the window, etc., etc. It's exactly like you do when you secure your network. Last challenge we have today is the lack of security skill set. And that's a big issue that we're suffering from, not only in Kuwait, where I live, or in Jordan, or even in the Middle East, or even the world. The whole world is suffering from this. We suffer really when we look for a candidate to hire in Fortinet because the lack of cybersecurity skill set is there. It's a real problem, and we believe that it's going to continue for the next decade or two.